Hi, this is Dominic
and Alex
from Paphos Life, and we've just been flying the drone by Evretou Plains and the reservoir, which is close to the dam. But we saw a bridge there. We didn't realise it must have been there from bygone times, basically, before they flooded the valley and turned it into a reservoir. But the water is very low. I've seen it this low before, but it still has a fly in it, little bugger. So this is one of the hazards you get when filming in the countryside. In this film, we're going to be driving
with a fly.
With a fly. I want a cut of what? I don't know. Anyway, we're driving through Simou, and we'll take a magical tour through various villages, because I don't know what route we're going to go yet, and we'll end up in Kannaviou though. I'll be doing another drone flight there, but I'm going to wait till, because it's Wednesday today. You won't be seeing this on Wednesday, but there were a few hunters about, and I only found that out when I launched the drone and heard a couple of shots. So I don't want to fly it again in Kannaviou, because I don't want it getting shot at, basically. Those little scamps of hunters that they are. So we're going on the road to Simou now. We like Simou, don't we?
We do. It's very nice. We've got a nice traditional tavern in the centre and a church.
They did do very nice spare ribs. I haven't eaten there for ages, so I don't know if they still do. It's not out of angst or annoyance that I haven't eaten there, it's just that there's so many places to eat that there's a nice picnic bench up here on the right though. I used to use that with Max quite frequently, up on there. Yeah. And on the left is a turning that will take you to Evretou Bridge and Paphos Bridge. God, I've got Evretou on the brain, haven't I? And there's also a watermill there with some decent nick in terms of the state of the watermills, because they're all ruins. But actually, I think the best one in terms of condition is the one in Kritou village on the way to Paphos, because they've actually restored that, and I think schools do trips around it, but it's not open to the general public. Perhaps if you popped into the Mukhtar's office and asked him, I'll give you the key or something, I don't know. But yeah, Paphos Bridge is it's a renovated Venetian bridge, and it's very nice. It gives you a classic example of them, and you don't have to drive to the centre of Paphos Forest to see them. Have you gone past turning to the bridge already?
No,
I didn't think so. There's a lovely valley to our left as well. There's a fair number of abandoned villages in there as well. There's Melandra, Trimifauses further up towards Evretou. There's one with a very short name, can't remember it. And beyond Melandra there's Zachariah or something. So there were quite a few villages abandoned in the 74 invasion and troubles, etc.
Right, I'm getting rid of that.
Why was it there, I wonder? Well, if you turn left here, you get to Paphos Bridge. And Paphos River Park, apparently, which is probably a campsite, isn't it?
It's
glamping.
It's just It's just the bit that they've renovated, love. That's what they call it, the river park. Yeah.
There is actually something down there where they go camping or something, I think. Yeah.
I apologise then.
I think you should. Not just to me, but to them. That's some poor guys in
Paphos
business.
Bridge, when we used to come here as tourists, was hidden and away from the.
Yeah. It was the river had changed course.
Thank you. That's what
And so they basically changed the course of the river again and headed it back to the bridge where it belonged. Like this is Simou though. There's a nice centre in there. With the aforementioned.
Did you want me to go right?
No. I figure if we turn left when we get to Lasa, perhaps, and go up through some of those villages, but it's all a bit random, edge of the seat stuff. Focusing on the young crowd. Yes, and you can go exploring on these tracks here on the left. Some of them are better than others though, and you're better off only doing it if it's in a friend of yours is 4x4,
Yes.
or your own. A couple of times I've had to dig our car out. Nothing too drastic though. Is it Simou? Something like that anyway. I've got my phone, I can look it up. Another abandoned village. Basically the village is now a big farm from what I remember.
Sarama, I think.
Sarama, yeah, you're right. And they have weird stuff like rally crossed out there.
Oh yes.
And in the trees around the tracks around the edge of Paphos forest. Right, here we are then, Sarama, and the other one that I couldn't remember was Chios. And from Sarama you can actually get to Kannaviou. Now I don't know if that road's improved, but that was also a road there was always a road you would avoid in the winter time, because the dirt there is a very thin white stuff that goes like ice basically, or glass even, when it gets wet, and it's not a good thing to get stuck in. So yeah, if at Lasa we head for Fyti, and then we can come down through Kritou Marottou to Kannaviou as a plan, but if we take a wrong turn it doesn't really matter.
Tell me when.
So yes, this is part 3 of our fantastic voyage through the Paphos Countryside. Because Alex is off to Paris next week, so I thought I'd better get some footage so that I have films to put out with the two of us while she's away with our daughter, while I remain in Palermo on my own.
Oh, not on your own though.
Oh, cats don't count.
They count. They'll be all snuggled all over you at night.
If they're not fighting. We'll have no one to mediate between Snufkin and Minx while I'm not in the room. Family life in Palermo. But yes, it does mean that I'll get to go to a couple of interesting places I've had my eye on.
No ladders.
They won't require ladders, they may. It'll just be me, so I've got to play it safe.
Do you want to go left
Yeah,
here?
go left here, we might as well. I remember when we first moved here, we were driving up and down, I think we were geocaching at the time, but we were just
coming back to that
yeah, all the
crossroads.
time. It was like, how could we possibly be here again?
It's very important when you're in these villages going down tiny roads that you slow down at corners in case there's somebody coming towards you.
You have to go left here. Left here. That's it.
It's like they're putting some drainage in.
Interesting, because they've just done all the roads.
Yes.
That's drained elsewhere. Yes, there were some interesting caches here that were near old oak trees, which surprised me that there'd be old oak trees here. Now up here on the left, I believe, is the little picnic area which formed the picture of our first road trip ebook. Coming up soon, I think. So it's a safe bet that our first road trip, here we are, just here, nice little pic. And the viewer there is Paphos Life Road Trip ebook, Volume 1. And that'll include this route, obviously. Otherwise, why would I have a picture of it? We don't plug them much anymore, but they're still there on Amazon if you want one. There's always a link in the description to all our YouTube films. That's a point. One thing we haven't done on this trip so far is any advertising. So there's 2 films where they got away without me telling them that we'd really like them to subscribe to our YouTube channels, both Paphos Life and now the correctly spelt Cyprus Panoramas.
And it's free.
And it's free to subscribe. And if you've had trouble finding it in the past, blame a typo from me. Nobody else is to blame but me. And if you want to help us out financially, though, go to our Buy Me a Coffee page at buymeacoffee.com/Paphos Life. Now you can chuck us a few coffees, and they're all gratefully received. And Alex's section will come after we've gone through Fyti. We may as well talk about Fyti as much as we are able. Somewhere in here, I believe there's a little museum and a cow. My God, what more reason do you need to come to Fyti, eh?
You don't get cows very often at this end of the island. Most of them are at the flatter end.
Oh, there's a little graveyard here as well, I can see. Now, remember what I said to you before about the camera and low trees?
I remember.
Good.
I do listen.
I know, but I often forget when I'm driving, so. And it's my camera. Luckily, I've got some spare lenses, and even lucky on the latest Insta camera which we're using, it can actually change lenses. I've had to change one so far. So that's one route to Saramar you can go, which we're not going. I think that's probably an easier route than the Anya-Do route anyway. Let's go left. It's just guesswork now, you see. And if you pick our route, we might actually end up in an Anya-Do ourselves. Oh.
Taking pictures of an orange tree.
Go right. Firewood? Oh, I like firewood. So this is, yet again, another typical Cypriot village. When you're away from the tourist areas, this is what they're like. Alright, go left. Oh, it's Kritou Marottou sign there, yeah, so that was straight on then. There's another cow.
No, that's a goat.
It looked like a cow.
Because it was spotty.
Yeah. Straight on there. Swan? Which is a swan statue. And we are just leaving Fyti. And on that bombshell, I'll hand you over to my good wife Alex, who will tell you all about our Zazzle store.
So the Zazzle store, zazzle.co.uk or zazzle.com/Paphos Life, is where I've uploaded various of our photographs, and I've put them on different items like mugs, aprons. You can buy them as pictures to hang on your wall. But at this time of year, if you haven't yet got a calendar for your wall or your kitchen at home, then you can buy a calendar with 12 of our photographs. And Zazzle is great because you don't even have to start it in January. So if you're worried that January's nearly over, start your calendar in February, yes. And then it'll go all the way through to January 2027.
Oh, that's a interesting idea. And that's good actually, because I mean, yeah. I'm just
because
surprised.
you can buy it any time of the year,
Yeah.
and it starts when you want it to.
It's a rolling calendar.
Yeah.
Well, I just learned something new then, from my wife of all places.
Deary me, he's very rude.
So now we've got the glorious Azusa Valley revealing itself to us, and you can just see that dam, and behind that you'd normally see the waters of the Kannaviou Reservoir, but it's very low. Not quite as low as the Evretou, but very low. It's below 10%. And we got some winding roads again to negotiate. I mean, it's nice here because you could, if you didn't know where you were, you'd think you're up in the Troodos Mountains somewhere at the moment, the way the roads are and all the hills around you. So you can experience the fun of that without having to go all the way there. It's one of the reasons we moved to Polemi, because we wanted a place that wasn't too far away from anywhere. So we're near. I mean, it means we can't just like stick on our trunks and skip across the road into the sea. But you were too old for that anyway. We're as close to Paphos as we are to Polis, and we're close to there as we are to Karmas, and close to there as we are to Paphos Forest, etc. So it's a nice central location.
And a friendly village.
And a friendly village, yes. We like living in Polemi.
Some interesting pruning going on those trees.
Indeed. And I bet they didn't leave the cuttings for their husband to clear up after them. Or perhaps they did. Don't clench the steering wheel so much. This is the central church. Now you've got to pay attention here. You want the Kannaviou route, so according to that, it's straight on.
Straight through the building.
Yes, we'll be finishing this film at the reservoir, well, the dam itself anyway, but I won't be flying the drone there till tomorrow. Because in tomorrow's film, or tomorrow's drive rather, we'll be, go that way, why not? They've run out, they got bored of signs. There's another one here, so perhaps left here, I reckon. Yeah, go left, left, left. An interesting spelling of Simou. Yeah, I'd go that way then. Go that way. It looks like this is a roundabout, but you want to turn left at the end here.
Like little Christmas tree.
Completely forgotten what I was talking about. Oh yeah, so in the tomorrow's drive we'll be going from Kannaviou Reservoir through Panaya, up past Pentalia, and then down, and we'll end up in Paphos. Not sure how. We'll probably actually end up at the Evretou Water Treatment Centre, which is a great place to start or end any film. But that's the plan anyway. Do you like these birds there?
There's been a few of those.
Yes. Earlier on, it'd be interesting to see how any of them come out. Sometimes I've been pleasantly surprised. More water pipes. There's a beard. And this road will eventually bring us down into the village of Kannaviou. And I did a blog article on Kritou Marottou a few years ago, and I remember there's a tiny little chapel here, wasn't there? Or around here somewhere. Was it past that? Oh, here it is. Just there. Because the Cypriots are a very religious country. And you'll often get little chapels like that appear when someone's either they've come into good fortune or they've had an accident and they've got better, or maybe it's in memorial to someone. Same goes for the little shrines you'll see all over the place. It's amazing, you can go to even some of the most remote places you'd think of. And there'll be a shrine there, but also there'll be a candle that might even still be lit from the last person who was wandering past. But yeah, the Azusa Valley runs down. It comes out into the sea just to the left of Evretou Beach, in case you were curious. And it's a bit of a shame, I can't see how they do it, that there's no reservoir between here and there, basically, but it would mean damming the Azusa Valley itself, which wouldn't go down a storm with the naturalists or anyone really, because it's a lovely place.
Yeah, it's full of wildlife and plants, and it's got its own ecosystem that's very important, so they don't really want to dam it.
And if you've got balls of steel, it's a very nice off-road drive. Essentially part of it just on a river. And if the river's, and it can get quite, I wouldn't do it anymore. I've had to dig my car out of too many puddles and things.
Lots of frogs.
Yes, lots of frogs as well. But it might have all been done up since then as well. Yeah, there was an interesting, it's completely off the beaten track as far as this film goes. There's a very interesting, huge, great hotel establishment there, which was half built and is now, I think it's pretty much abandoned. I put a geocache there.
You did?
I did indeed. So this is the dam itself, and we'll be driving up to the car park. It's a very nice place to come for a quick, brisk walk that won't be muddy as well.
Yeah, along the top of the dam. Yeah. It was one of our go-to walks during COVID.
Oh yeah, for our exercising. We were allowed out for a little bit. But yes, those days are gone, aren't they? Thank heavens. And beyond Kannaviou Reservoir, you have Paphos Forest itself, and there are pretty good, for buggies and off-road vehicles, trails that go through the forest, and you can drive there and you can end up at Kikos Monastery. I think of what's the Pano? No, not Pano. What's the one right at the end of beyond Paphos?
Pyrgos.
Yeah, Kata-Pyrgos, that was it, or Pyrgos. Pano-Pyrgos, you can end up there as well. Be prepared if you go that far for a very long, winding, and ultimately quite boring drive, because first half hour is fascinating, but after 2 hours it's like, oh my God, not more. We did that once, and we've never had any urge to do it again. So this is Kannaviou Reservoir itself.
And you can always get through and
yeah,
walk
there's a
along
little
the
gate
top.
there. And we'll say thank you very much for watching, and we shall see you in the next film. Cheers!
Bye!